So this is how we go ahead and do our trim when doing a siding job. We go ahead and assemble them on a table in the shop area, and we tend to take measurements ahead of time, and then we'll use a Craig pocket hole jig and we put them together. And this ensures that when we put them up on the wall, our joints will be exactly as we want them. They're not going to move. They get glued. So we're using, this is a CertainTeed restoration millwork product, so we're using the PVC cement for that. So once that cures up, we put it up there, everything stays together really nicely. We find it to be a pretty efficient way to go about it. So this here is what we call back caulking. We're putting this in before we put the trim on. We're going to go ahead and install the trim right away here. But we like to put this back caulk in here. And what this does is this helps seal any water that's on the outside to stay on the outside. It's just a little extra measure that we take to try to ensure things last as long as possible. So we go ahead and put a big bead on all sides here. And we want this to be big because when we push the trim into it, we want it to kind of smush both under and up a little bit, but we go about a 3/8 speed here. Try to make it as even as possible. So when we do that, it'll push both half up and half in too. Helps seal up any minor penetrations that aren't supposed to be there, but might be in the real world. So this is just something we like to do on every window. All right, so we pre-make our trims, so when we come in here, we can kind of set it in here where it belongs. Get it adjusted just right. And as we push it in, it's actually sealing up that caulk. And then we can go ahead and screw it off. So we're using what are called Cortex screws here. They're designed for this CertainTeed restoration millwork. So that goes just the perfect depth, and then there are plugs that fill it in. So this is how we do our trim here, so that way we can ensure the best products. You know, when we pre-build them, our joints are perfect every time. They don't tilt.